up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys have been part of this community for longer than like 2 seconds, then you might know that I have a problem. And my problem is that even though I have a Kindle and a Kindle Unlimited subscription, I have the Libby app, I have literally every resource available in order to be able to read books for free. I also have this problem, that is that I also like to have physical copies of books, especially if it's books that I really enjoy. So for today's video, I have a massive book haul. This is books that I have accumulated over the last month. These are books that I got for Christmas from family and friends. This is books that I bought for myself on Black Friday while everything was on sale, and some books that I picked up thrifting over the last month or so because I always find such good books at the thrift store. And some of them I just found on Facebook Marketplace. So we have quite a lot to get through, so let's get started. This is probably the most amount of books I've ever bought within a span of a month. Usually I try to limit myself and put myself on book buying bans where like I'll go through periods where I buy a bunch of stuff and I'm like, okay, let me just like sit and work through my physical TBR, and I don't really allow myself to buy new books until I've read at least some of my physical TBR. So let's get started. First up, we have one of my favorite books of 2024. If you've watched my recent video where I talked about all of my favorite books, my 5-star and 6-star reads of the last year, then you can probably guess what this is. But if you haven't, it is the series. I binged this entire series. This is technically 5 different books, if you guys don't know, and I binged it on Kindle so fast earlier this year, and ever since I've just been needing to get the trophy book so I can put it on my bookshelf. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I do want to go back and reread it. This basically follows the story of our main character, who is a serial unaliver, and somehow she gets involved and starts dating an FBI agent who just so happens to be the lead profiler on her case. Very interesting. This is very graphic though. Check trigger warnings even if you normally don't. It was difficult to read at some parts, but if these triggers don't bother you, this is such a good bingeable series. I absolutely loved it. It's basically like romance meets true crime, kind of like Criminal Minds-esque. I love it. I've been wanting to buy this, but they recently changed the covers of this to the ugliest cover I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm so sorry to whoever the designer was for that. I just cannot stand it. So I have been on the hunt for the original cover, which is this one, and I found a girl on Facebook Marketplace that was selling it. It was brand new. She hasn't even read it or anything. Literally just not her thing. So I ended up getting it brand new on a discount and with the OG cover, so very happy about that. The next book is one that I got for Christmas from my family, and it is book 1 of The Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I have not read this book, however a lot of people that I have very similar book tastes with really enjoy it, so I'm very intrigued to get into it. From my understanding, this is like a mafia romance between 2 different members of mafia families, so I feel like I'm gonna eat this up. I haven't gotten into it yet, but I'm already obsessed with how the book is. I love how floppy it is. I love the font. I love the size. Like, this just feels like it's gonna be a really good read, so I cannot wait to get into it. And while we're on the topic, I also have pretty much like the whole series. So this is kind of like a risky move. I never really buy full series until I've read at least one of the books so I can get a feel of it, but I really trust my sister's book taste. She really knows what I like, and she has never let me down with any of her recommendations. They've always been good ones, so I trust her. So I'm really excited that I have the whole series. I also feel like this is gonna look so satisfying on my shelf. I do have to figure out the order. If you guys have read this, let me know which one was your favorite. And I don't really know if they follow the same people or if it's kind of like interconnected series where like every book is kind of like a different character, but we will see. I'm very excited. Next up, we have arguably one of the best books in this entire haul, and that is the Natural series. I read this last month. There's a reading vlog of me just like freaking out about how good this is, and honestly I have just not stopped raving about this ever since. I absolutely love the premise of this book. I love the writing. I love the pacing. It's just like so good. This series basically follows the story of these gifted teenagers that have special kind of abilities, such as naturally good at profiling people. One of them is really good at memorizing statistics, definitions, and just like random information. One of them is like a natural lie detector, so she can just like be there and listen and will know right away if you're lying. And so these teenagers get recruited by the FBI to kind of work together and get trained in the Naturals program so that they can help solve a bunch of cold cases of the FBI. So it is so cool. If you like Criminal Minds, the show, you are gonna love this. All of the teenagers are basically like Dr. Spencer Reed, but they all have their own personalities. There's a love triangle. There's like tension and disagreements. All of them are like a little bit traumatized from their past, so you get to learn a little bit more about each character in each book. And so far I've read half the series and I absolutely love it. And then we have book 3 of the series, which I'm actually about to start. I am so freaking excited. I kind of want to binge the whole series, but I also am just trying to not binge it, because if I binge it then it's just gonna be over, and I honestly don't know what other book is gonna kind of fill the void. So if you have recommendations of books that kind of feel like this, that have the mystery aspect, that have depth to them, and they're just like such like page turners. I've read all of these so fast, so please drop more suggestions below. But I'm very excited to have the physical copy of this. I do need to buy book 2. I don't mind that at all. I'm definitely gonna be buying the rest of the series with my own money because I just absolutely love it, and I need to have it as a trophy. I need to have it in my room displayed, and so this is definitely gonna find its little spot in this bookshelf. Next up, we have some romance books. These are both by Jimenez. I absolutely loved Part of Your World. I loved Yours Truly. I loved Just for the Summer. I ate up the whole series. Part of Your World is actually a 5-star read for me, and it just took me down a whole rabbit hole. So it has been one of my goals recently to just like binge every single book she has ever written, because she's just like an autobi author for me. She has a new book coming out in April. I am so excited. I'm so ready. I heard it's an emotional one, so I'll be here. I'll be prepped. I'll be ready. I have my tissues ready to cry. But until then, I have these 2 books to hold me over. We have The Friend Zone, and then we also have Life's Too Short. I think these are interconnected standalones. I think they're in the same universe with each other, and I think there's also one more book in between, something about, I think it's called A Playlist or something like that. So those books have just been on my radar for the longest time, so I'm really happy that I got these. I'm probably gonna read them sooner rather than later to kind of hold me over until her new release comes out, because your girl's ready. Next up, we have a thriller. This is Look Closer. This somehow makes it on TikTok recommendation videos every time somebody's suggesting a book that's kind of like a mindfuck, or a book that will just like have you tripping out, or like a big plot twist or something. It's always on there. I honestly have no idea what this is about, but I found it at the thrift store for $5 when the retail price for it is $25, so I knew immediately that I had to get it. Honestly, don't know what this is about. I've just seen it get recommended so many times that I was like, I'll try it out. It's $5. Could be a 5-star read. Everybody loves it. So I will be reading it, and don't you worry, I'll keep you posted on my wrap-ups, or if I do dedicated videos, and give you all my thoughts and opinions on if it's worth it. Next up, I saw this book on Book Outlet, and I again don't really know what it's about. I think it is a small town of romance, but I've seen people really enjoy these. I could be wrong, but I think this is book 2, so I definitely need to buy book 1 of the series. I need to check. Maybe it's available on Kindle Unlimited and I can just read it on my Kindle. But I bought this on Black Friday. It was like probably like $4 or $5. I thought it'd be worth giving it a chance just because it's just like so well loved. Even at the cover it says as seen on TikTok, which first of all I absolutely hate, because why do we have printed stickers that say that? I do not like that at all, but obviously people really enjoy it, so I bought it and decided to give it a chance. Next up on the list, we have a Katherine Center book. I have heard such good things. For this, she writes banter and tension really well, so I'm really excited to finally read one of her books. I've heard really good things about The Bodyguard, which is probably one of my top books of her that has kind of caught my eye, because I'm a big sucker for bodyguard romances. I just think they're so cool. So really excited to give this a go. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. It just looks really cool. I feel like it's gonna be a really cool palette cleanser, especially between like reading thrillers or reading a mystery or something that just kind of makes me feel like I have a reading hangover, as they say on TikTok. So I feel like this would be a really good fast-paced little romance. This one is just like barely over 300 pages, so I feel like it's gonna be a pretty quick read as well. So very excited for this one. So thank you to my family for getting me this for Christmas. And then on this list I have 2 books that are technically not mine, but they were gifts from my family to my boyfriend. But since I spend a lot of time in his apartment, we have a combined bookshelf, so you know what's his is also mine. So maybe I'll be dabbling into these and reading them as well when he's done with them. First one, Six of Crows. Everybody and their mom has read this and everybody loves this book, so it just seems like a really fun book to get into. From my understanding, it's about a heist. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea if there's any romance in this, but it says 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. This to me just gives like Money Heist vibes. I think it's like different people that just kind of gather together to pull off a heist, which is literally what the premise of Money Heist, the show, was. And I really love that show. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times, so I feel like I'm gonna eat this up. So whenever my boyfriend's done with it, I might borrow it. So the next book that my family got from my boyfriend is Endgame: The Calling. I literally have never seen this book in my life. Is it sci-fi? Is it fantasy? Is it about war? What do I even read about? I don't really know. But if I'm ever just wanting to switch it up and read a genre that I don't normally go for, this could be a really good option. I love the reflectiveness of the cover. It says, Earth, now, today, tomorrow. Endgame is real and Endgame has started. The future is unwritten. What will be, will be. 12 players, young in body but of ancient people. All of humanity is descended from the lines. They were created and chosen thousands of years ago. They have been been preparing every day since. They are not supernatural. None can fly or turn lead to gold or heal themselves. When death comes, it comes. For them, for all of us. They are the inheritors of the earth, and the great puzzle of salvation is theirs to solve. One of them must do it, or we will all be lost. Read the book, find the clues, solve the puzzle. Only one can win. Okay, wait. I don't really read this kind of book. Would this be considered sci-fi? I guess, if you're trying to like save the earth. I am intrigued. What do you mean puzzles? Like now, all of a sudden, I want to put my smarts to use and try to solve this puzzle before anyone else does. That's so cool. This is a thick book though. That's like almost 500 pages. So I don't know. I'm a little intimidated, but I'm gonna give this a read at some point. Next up, there's a book that I found at the thrift store. This is not a fun fiction book. It's actually kind of like a self-help book, and I found it at the thrift store for only $3.29, which is wild in this economy. And a lot of creatives like artists, YouTubers, influencers, editors, and people like that kind of have a creative side to their job have read about this and recommended it. It's called Big Magic. It says creative living beyond fear. It's the same person that wrote Eat, Pray, Love, which I also haven't read, but obviously very, very popular one. I feel like this is going to be a really good motivational book about creativity, about letting yourself be seen, not worrying about people's opinions, and just kind of like that sort of vibe. I'll let you know more about it if I read it. On my main channel last week, I posted my New Year's resolutions and my goals, and one of them was to dedicate at least some time reading some self-help books, because I spent a lot of my time last year reading a lot of fiction, reading for fun, and obviously enjoyed it. Obviously I have all these books to read now, and I will be continuing to read. I actually upped my reading goal. However, I do want to dedicate a little bit of time, maybe like one book a month, and try to learn more things, try to research more things. So this is gonna get added to my self-help collection, and hopefully I'm gonna give it a read and learn a thing or two, or get a little inspired, get a little motivated, or just kind of have a change in perspective. So really excited for this one as well, even though it's kind of like a different vibe than everything else. Next bookish themed gift that I got is actually these really cute fuzzy socks. They are from Indigo, which is our main bookstore in Canada. They just like are so cozy and so cute. I cannot wait to do some reading in these, especially in the winter months. It's just gonna be an amazing vibe, so love this. The last bookish related thing that I ever got for Christmas is probably one of my favorites, only because of how much I get to use it, and that is a little Kindle clicker. This is the thing that you just like hook onto your Kindle, and then you hold on to this side of it, and it turns the pages for you. So this is very important, especially for me, because I live in Canada and it is so freaking cold, and I like to read at night, so I like to get all cozy and I curl up in a blanket and I just lay on my side, prop up my Kindle. So to have this tucked under the covers and just be able to boop boop and go to the next page, life-changing. If you enjoy reading on your Kindle, you need this. Coincidentally, there was a little misunderstanding between my sister and my boyfriend because they did not communicate to each other what they were getting me, so they both ended up getting me the same thing. So now I have one in pink, and then I also have one in black, so I'm probably gonna keep one at home, keep it in my nightstand for whenever I'm home, and then I'm gonna take this one and bring it to my travels, bring it to my boyfriend's place, or any time that I'm just kind of leaving the house. But wow, I am so freaking happy. I got so many good gifts. I absolutely love how much time and effort everybody put in getting me gifts that I enjoy, and getting me books that I've been talking about non-stop. It's like that saying that says to be loved is to be seen, and that's one thing that I feel right now. I feel very seen, I feel very grateful. All these gifts are amazing, and I cannot wait to get to reading. And now I gotta go and somehow make space for all these new books in my bookcase. Trying to figure out the order of these books. So the first one is Brutal Friends, followed by Stolen Air, then followed by Savage Lover, then we have Bloody Heart. Oh, I don't have that one. Then we have Broken Vow, and then we have Heavy Crown. Okay, these are so cute. I'm gonna put these all in here. They look so cool. I love having series just like stacked next to each other. Final result looks like. We have my self-help book section at the top. Here is my romance section. I have my whole series here, more books. We have Elsie Silver here in the middle because she is freaking great, and then more romances on this side. Then down here we have a very packed mystery slash fantasy slash thriller kind of section. This is where everything else is not really romance goes, and I love how it turned yeah, I love how a lot of these are like the same colors. And then down here we just have kind of like extras, like books that I kind of grew up reading, and then books that I don't really have like another place for them yet. So basically just like extra books, books that don't really fit in the self-help section, old books that I'm not really gonna read but I keep them for sentimental purposes. So books that I don't really love or that I've had for a long time. And then at the bottom here I just have notebooks for when I'm learning Spanish and all of that. And then here I just have all my comics for them and that. So this is what it looks like. I really like how it turned out. What do we think? Do we like it? If you have suggestions of how I can rearrange these to make it better, let me know. If you have book suggestions based on my book taste here, also let me know. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you read any of the books that I mentioned, which ones are your favorite, which ones you enjoyed. And you can also comment what you got for Christmas, if any of it was book related or anything like that. Let's get to chatting. Also, while you're here, I just want to say big thank you for hitting 1,000 subscribers on this channel. This is so many more people than I was even hoping to be able to hit within my first year of starting this YouTube channel. 1,000 is literally so many freaking people, and I cannot believe so many of you enjoy listening to me yap about books every single week, but I appreciate you. This is literally beyond my wildest dreams. I did not think that we would get even close to 1,000 subscribers within the first year of starting this channel. It was kind of my unrealistic goal, but you guys made it happen, so thank you so much. We're taking this channel to the next level in 2025, so stay tuned for lots of uploads, more bookstore trips, more book hauls, reading vlogs, recommendations, and everything like that. So subscribe if you haven't, join the fam, check out all my socials, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok if it doesn't get banned, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. What is that? Thank you. What the heck?
Congratulations.
Thank you. You wrote in it?
Of course I wrote.
Oh my god, stop. Stop, this is so sweet. I'm gonna cry. Wait, you got me stop? How did you get? Ah, that is so freaking cute. What the heck?
You got a little bit for your bookshelf.
Oh, I love it. This is gonna go on the bookshelf for sure. Oh my
And
gosh.
of course, very fuzzy, very warm socks.
I love these. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna wear these while reading. That is so cute. What the heck? Thank you.
And something else, I think. One more thing.
There is?
I think.
Oh my gosh. Coffee press. Yes.
Yay.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love it. Where'd you get this bag? You want
Do more. What makes you happy?
You don't want it all out.
What channel makes you happy?
You're so sweet. What the heck? Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Surprise!
Oh my gosh.
We're
Thank
hitting
you.
1,000 followers.
Thank you.
Congrats.
That's so sweet. Do I make a wish?
I would
Yes.
hope so.
Okay.
It's like your birthday. It's like your YouTube birthday.
I mean, YouTube birthday. Okay.
Right before the new year.
So wait, it has to be like YouTube related.
Yeah.
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 It is.
To this channel, you know.
Okay. Thank you. What the heck? This is so nice. Oh, look, this
Diva's here too. That's so cute.
She's been sitting with me the
and
whole
Bear.
time that I was filming.
I love that they're
She's
just,
so unbothered.
they're so
like,
floppy. Look at them right now.
oh.
Like, she's, look,
Hey?
look at her.
Why does she not care?
I don't know.